the body's like a hard drive. We're accessing the information in the body and in the bones. And then the messenger came. The messenger grew. The messenger turned around, and it was me. And he said, "Come on, I'll show you." I showed me these mountains, these hills, and in the hillside was buildings like cut into the mountains or into the hills, and this expression, this flow meets form kept coming up. The birth vision was becoming superhuman, and how to teach that, how to put that out into the world. Becoming superhuman, how to use this mind, this body to observe its highest potential through these kinetic movements. And the way to do that, after achieving that kind of that kinetic flow in the body, is architecture and functional art. Art that serves a purpose, that passes on this message, that facilitates the teaching of the art of living. And from then on, I saw the school. It's too much to describe.
There should be a dojo there, of course.
Yeah, there's loads. There's shalas and dojos and all kinds of places to practice these things in this huge, amazing garden in the middle. That's the center of everything. And I can't describe it yet. I need to find a big patch of sand that I can build it out of. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Okay, what happened to you?
You're the one who ran off screaming.
Yeah, and then you just got flat.
I still want to run out and scream. I can still feel it in me. Give me Maia and I'm gonna run it over the mountain.
So now you completed the list.
Yeah, I completed the list.
Yeah, running madly.
And I already love what I'm doing. I just need to love it more. I just need to say it and set it free, as it will find its own manifestation and will come as a whole. Continue to speak clearly from the heart and not with the mind. Feel and breathe with your spirit and with your higher soul. Dancing with ease, just one breath. No knots, not even boundaries. I wanted to jump down the papaya tree, but then I just went down and ran wildly. And so I reached the sand, and sun shining so bright. I rolled and felt the coarseness of each granule, and felt the heat of the stones touching my skin, and yet kissed by your sun ray of light. I saw the sun, I saw God, the goddess, I saw my son, I saw my partner, and I saw the mother. Remembering those memories when the strings were so flowing, moments of true happiness, non-attachment and non-judgment. When you don't have a body, when everything is free, when you feel so alive. Makilala, my inner yoga, my oneness experience, the sacred union, the inner universe, the inner galaxy, the mother, remembering all of them. The flowers which I didn't notice before when everything was so blurred, yet it became brilliantly vibrating, energy-giving light, incomparable beauty. You don't have a body, the body is you. You don't have a mind, the mind is you. Remembering those sacred moments, realizing that you have it all already, that you love what you're doing. You just need to love it more. removing those that's causing it to shine its light. I am the Neo. I am a healer. I am a gardener, a seeker of truth. I am a co-journeyer. I am you. You are me. Oneness.
Wow. Beautiful.
I love you, Daniel.
It's like a song.
I love you.
We were in the jungle, and then I hear somebody like talking. There's a lot of people talking. I can feel that all the energies surround us. I was happy because they were watching me and I wanted to go with them. So I keep on moving my hand because they're everywhere, and I feel like I'm also floating. I feel like I'm flying also with them. I keep dancing with my hand. I saw a light, and the light, it's like that I was like put in the womb. I just be there in the womb, and then I think it's a rebirth.
As I was laying down, I was like grasping a ball of energy. I was just throwing the ball around, and the ball should not fall in the sand. I was juggling around, and the rule is not to make it fall. So it's like I was spreading maybe peace or love, something like that in general. And each person should not let it down. It should keep growing. It should keep growing and growing until it reaches everyone. And it was just a perfect time and place for it.
I think your hands were around my head, and I just felt this buzz. It's just so much coming from your hands, and then for the first time ever, I heard so many things.
Wow.
I always see things, but I've never heard anything before. It was just amazing. And then when you said that your hands are ears, and I started turning. It was like a transistor age or something. I just got all this kind of
That's funny because
sound.
you said eyes.
Yeah, it was quite amazing.
That's new.
That's very new. So much sound, so much. It's like, whoa. Very amazing.
W-O-W. Yeah, that was my first inner dance. I felt once I got some energy out through my legs, I felt, I started crying, and I felt like release from my heart, and it felt really good. And then just laying down, touching the floor, feeling the wood, felt so good. Feeling the ground. I just started just grabbing it and wanting to dig myself into the earth. It felt amazing. It felt amazing. Felt my hands were really, like, part of my hands were just grabbing hold of me, and just I needed to move them as much as possible just to throw energy out. And wow, totally going somewhere else. The vibration fills up my whole body, sort of it, and it's feels like it's coming from underneath somehow, from the earth, just moving up, filling up my whole space.
I don't know what it was, but maybe most likely it was fear. A lot of fear. anything on my upper part of my body. So I felt like there was a lot of energy in it. But when they started touching my feet, suddenly it felt like there's so much darkness in there that a little light would really react so much to it, and the shouting never stopped. So like I thought it would end, the screaming would end, but no, it doesn't. There was just so much fear, and I want to face those fear. I don't want it to end, even though it was so painful. But so what? I have to face it anyway. So like, it was nice and hard and very fulfilling.
You are amazing to show yourself that darkness that you are converting into light. It's incredible to listen to and to see, removing the layers and exposing your vulnerability. It removed layers in everyone of us, and it's perfect. It was perfect. Every single thing that you did was just absolutely perfect. As much as there's bliss and pleasure, there's pain. There's pain, and it has a purpose. And we speak to it. It speaks to us. It's the dialogue, the constant dialogue, and I mean, if we look at the stages of awakening, we get to experience union without purgation and the dark night of the soul. No. We wouldn't. And then we experience it, and then we go back again. We awaken again. And it's a part of being human. Because we are both. We are both at the same time. And the hardest thing to accept is that magnificence.
Oh, yeah. That was the same thing that I got. We need right now to speak in one language. That's what I got. We have to learn how to speak in one language. And we can only do that when we speak with one heart. Like the news said. It's speaking from the heart. And that's the only way now that we can understand each other, regardless of where we came from, regardless of what pain we've gone through. We have to learn that. We have to see ourselves as light, and we have to see ourselves as love. And to do that, you have to break down everything that you have. Break it all down. Let go of everything else. Because that's the only way we can become one. See yourself as light so that others sees you as light. And we can communicate easier. The way that you saw this telepathic communication together, that's it. I saw it again. And I got it. I got how we can start to communicate through the wave. Through the wave. If we go through that process of observing and being in that wave, in that flow, we learn to talk to one another. We will learn to speak one language, even learn to speak that one song. People who will resist, but we have to work together. We have to work together and connect and be one.